off. Both starting on the Sanctuary. Big 20 in the first chest. And an instant saving quick from Baker. He's going to go back into the Sanctuary? That was maybe a mistake. Looks like Rambler's going to head on down and immediately do a what's it called? The Houlihan room.
Hooli. Old Chris Hooli.
Christopher Houlihan. Actually, right now, could be called the Ben room.
That's true. Double Ben. Yeah, and who42 got the mushroom out of Link's house, so immediate fetch quest.
Yep. Baker going south. That's a good idea. There's 50. Those are 50-50 bomb chances in those bushes. If you do it twice, you're guaranteed to have a bomb. Baker gonna check out what is at the race game. It is just a blue rupee, so no need to do that. You get to keep pulling the bushes over and over again until you do get bombs.
Oh, just a full heart over on the library.
Yeah, nothing going on there, really.
Yeah.
And in the tavern, we have a small key to Dark Palace. Need at least 4 of those to clear out all of Dark Palace. 5 if you can't hammer jump, 6 without doing the bow basement.
We gotta check in on our tavern guy.
Nothing great.
Yeah, that's kind of hit or miss on that one.
Oh, what can that do? Alright, these are guaranteed 4 bombs in here, not 50-50. Hey, it's an extra room for a rat. We should be set on bombs for the early game at least. Oh, we're gonna restock some more.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Gets you through here and through South Hyrule.
Especially with no weapons, you may have to throw a bunch of bombs at little worms.
Yeah, definitely. NYRambler going to save the cash he got from Houlihan, also grabbing the free bombs.
Big thank you to Big Dunker for his Twitch Prime subscription to Speed Gaming. Baker not having the rupees for the bottle guy, so he's going to have to head down to Blind's house. See what he can find there. Small key to Ice Palace, almost totally useless.
Oh, hey, a sword.
Eh, sword, not totally useless. Oh, oh, that's a big advantage if Baker doesn't clear that soon.
Oh wow, yeah. If he doesn't get 100 rupees, he'll miss out on an early flute.
Rambler unlocking the swag duck, of course. Oh, no money yet. Ooh, silver gloves. That's always nice to get early. Big key to Skull Woods. One chest useful. Big key
Big key
sound incredibly important. So Baker's needs to find 40 rupees to get that bottle vendor. I think he's going to go get them very quickly.
Yeah, he's gonna farm the 30 up here in Blind's hut twice, so he has enough.
It's a little killer because he walked away from 15 of them earlier.
Yeah, you take that chance and maybe you'll get it in an early chest, but he's gonna farm it just so he doesn't leave that dangling thread.
I don't. I think if you're in that room, you just pull the pots and you get the rupees. It takes maybe two seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But having to redo that entire cycle of walking in and out, we're talking more like a 30-second difference. Alright, and there is the flute. And Baker will unlock the swag duck. Why not? You're right there. Now they're finding merely 20 rupees on the mushroom spot. And the compass to Ice Palace. The compass is not totally useless, but pretty close. What a compass will produce for you is it'll give you a counter of the chests in the dungeon. Most runners have trackers. There is no timer on Rambler's side, that is very true, but last I checked, they were on the same track, so we can largely use Baker's time. I will let you know if any of that changes. They are in sync with each other. Rambler did get sword, yes. $50 rupees from your uncle. Kind of rough to rob your uncle out as he's dying there, but alright.
Yeah, just a little meager inheritance fund there.
Just pulled it out of his wallet.
He's like, here, just go away, kid.
Baker's gonna check out the lumberjack spot. This could be important.
Yeah, it's always good to get a little extra info early on.
Looks like just a heart, though.
Shield? A heart? Yeah.
So you will not need to do Aghanim for that, at least. And Baker will save and quit. I'm guessing he's heading for south. Nope. Maybe he's doing a,
Back of escape?
not from here. Or maybe back of escape? Yeah, maybe back of escape.
Yeah.
Maybe he's doing back of escape into a Houlihan to get back south.
Meanwhile, Rambler's going into the basement Hyrule, just getting a piece of heart from that first one.
Oh, no need to Houlihan now.
300 flippers and big heart.
Yep, you can still Houlihan. He can go back to that very spot and bomb his way into it. With the flippers, I would expect Baker to go south immediately.
Oh, mitts already. Wow.
Yes. So the castle has the golden mitts. So that's 9-minute mitts. A little unusual. Baker checking the hobo. Just getting 20 rupees. Big key for Ice Palace. Again, only really useful for one chest. Unless you don't know how to bomb jump there, but I imagine everybody does. Baker gonna continue his tour of South Hyrule. I guess he's gonna check the damn spot in the Muldorm Cave.
Rambler going for Death Mountain.
Not necessarily a bad play. Not with gold gloves. Well, actually, I think it's a little early maybe to do that because there's no hammer or hook shot. Or
Opted not to grab Old Man.
No, some people don't like that dark room necessarily. If you don't really know it, that's a ton of pits.
Yeah, it's true. With the sword, it's a little easier, but it's, you know, hits hit or miss sometimes.
I'm checking the inside of that, just seeing a blue rupee. Largely fruitless Death Mountain there. And not too difficult here with the sword. Map of Dark Palace. In case you do not know, the maps are also useful. On the icons on the world map, there are none right now. As you unlock maps, they will tell you what crystals or pendants are in that dungeon. Not a lot going on in Muldorm Cave. I would think Baker is going to head on up to the Ice Rock Cave.
And interesting, Rambler is going to have the option of going up and paying out 500 to Zora once he makes his South Hyrule checks.
Absolutely. Yes, in there was all of maps for Palace of Darkness and Misery Mire. Not useless, but not what you want. Nothing going on in Ice Rod Cave.
Back of Escape was flippers and 300 rupees.
And a map, I want to say? Or a compass?
Something.
Well, Baker's going to go up, and he is going to do the dark room to go get the old man. If you're Baker, where do you head after this? Do you make that play into the castle, or do you wind up trying to go into Eastern?
I think you got to still check out Eastern. You've got 3 in the back of Sasha, and you've got 4 you can check in Logic, and 1, or the 3 you can check in Logic and additional if you decide to do the dark room.
I almost lost the old man there. Well, it would have been merely annoying. The bloomerang from the old man. Baker's gonna find out there's not very much up here. I presume head on down to either the Eastern play or Castle Escape, which he has not yet done. Yep, Finding blue rupees. Oh, he's gonna head up to the castle.
Yeah, that's a good play. Still early on, you want to get your thorough checks in.
The Toucan Sam asks if no necessary items are left behind boots, could the boots be on the library? I believe the logic states that an item will never be impossible to get. So it can't be literally on the library. Now, it could be in a very inconvenient spot. Oh, another nice subscription with Twitch Prime. Thank you to Ragnathens14.
NYRambler's going to head up. Yep. He's going to head up to Zora. Get some fresh checks here. So in Waterfall Cave, we have another big key to Eastern Palace. That's a good one.
Now you're just a bull away from me and complete that one. In a relatively easy dark room or two.
Yeah, absolutely.
If Baker's setting up to do the dark room castle, is why he's taking so much damage. He's going to try to death warp. Let's see what Zora has for us. Just some boring old bombs.
Very expensive bombs.
And Rambler will save and quit, finding nothing of use. So I guess you're going to head to Eastern now.
And I guess that means nothing of use on the Zora ledge.
You gotta be careful not to die before you get this open. Couldn't have gone much better for Baker, who will get his Ice Palace big key and will promptly kill himself.
And getting a mushroom check there from Rambler.
Oh, it's
turning
the
up the book.
That'll unlock most of. Well, we don't have any keys for Desert Palace. The problem, but we will open up Desert Palace.
Indeed, that gives them access to just the one chest in the back, and they can see what's on this ledge here, which is just 20, and what's on the torch in the top left corner of Desert Palace. And in general, gives you a good excuse to check Aghanim while you're over here.
Thank you very well. Doing the dark room of Castle Escape. Not the easiest set of dark rooms, not the hardest either. Those are reserved for Meyer and Dark Halls. You really don't want to do dark.
Yeah, that second room in the Dark Escape is a little rough just because of all those rats.
Well, we're just finding a compass. Let's just check to see what's on the torch.
Yeah, opting not to.
Oh, NYRambler, you don't have a key. Oh, he's gonna jump out.
Yeah, he's gonna hop right out and go to Aghanim from here. Oh, who42baker found the desert key in there.
Hmm. That doesn't help an overt amount just because it's not the big key and it's not a light source. It'll get you 2 chests. I wouldn't be surprised if he heads to Eastern. That's in fact what he's doing. Gain is just a bomb upgrade. Rambler's gonna have to head towards Eastern as well. This might be the right play for Baker. Green Pendant is in Skull Woods this time. Fun fact about Sriracha Sauce, he will tell you where the Green Pendant is. And the Magic Powder, a nice safety item and a fetch quest for later. And the Blue Mail, of course. Green is not in Swamp, Green is in Skull Woods. I don't know why I read that way.
So it's looking like our next progression item has to be in Eastern.
Yeah, I would believe so, yes.
Yeah, we should expect Moon Pearl to come up if Logic wants to take you directly to Dark World. Or it'd be at the time for Hookshot to show up.
Or the Hammer. Hammer in a mirror. A lot of ways this could go. And the hookshot.
There it is. Alright, so now that opens up the east side of Death Mountain for who42baker and soon to be NYRambler. Interesting, NYRambler checked the Waterfall Caves, so he'll get 1 additional chest here with the Eastern Palace Big Key.
Big City TV asks, couldn't they check around Meyer? They can go get the checkerboard chest, and that's about... No, they can't. They have no mirror. So they could walk around Meyer as the bunny, but you can't actually open any chests there as him. The only place you can open chests is in the Super Bunny Cave. Up in Death Mountain. And the Hammer!
Ooh!
Hammer and the hookshot.
It's a good combo right there.
That'll get you around Death Mountain right now.
Absolutely. Paired up with those mitts, you have a lot of options there.
Well, no Moon Pearl. You can't do the top part. You can do the Super Bunny Cave.
Okay, so in logic, just that arrows for 42, but he's going to keep going and check out the vanilla big key location.
Are we out of any chances for this to be an Agony Seed at this point? Or is it still maybe Moon Pearl on the pyramid and that's it?
Yeah, I think that would be our only option at this point. I mean, it's still possible there's something in the chests, but as far as straight Aghanim.
Baker is not gonna have enough health to do the short skip.
Yeah, he's gonna have to play it safe here and just go for the vanilla intended method.
Oh, he got some hearts. And that was that. No, those anti-fairies swarming the pot are special. They do not react to powder while they're swarming the pot. Once you release them, they can be, but they're more they're a think of them as a different enemy. They're more of a barrier. Baker heading straight up to Death Mountain. He's going to do Super Bunny? Nope. He's going to go up first.
Yeah, so you can get these 5. You get the 5 here, the 2, work his way up to Hera, get the Spiral Cave, and then come back down.
And get it with no mirror. There's no... That's a one-way trip. Nothing going on in the bottom of Paradox Cave. Know why it's called Paradox Cave?
Why is that?
If you ever look at the stairs, it seems like you climb up to go down.
Oh, weird. Huh.
That room is on a ledge above the room he just fell from. In the Death Mountain. Oh, nothing going on in the Paradox Cave, though. But we have the Ice Rod and the Cane, so not the Pearl. Which is an item we're desperately looking for at this point. Nothing on the floating island. There's some clear Hera. No keys or big keys, so he's gonna just take a quick peek in there. He might take a peek at the tablet while we're at it. Ice Rod and Cane points to Turtle Rock being necessary, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's starting to show that.
Or just a piece of heart in the basement. You can open that middle chest, and if it's not a key for Terra, he will be out of here. Nope.
Alright, we're on the way back to Spiral Cave, and then he'll work his way down to Super Bunny.
Yep, I believe he's gonna check the tablet first.
He doesn't have the book.
Oh, he doesn't have the book, you're right.
He didn't trade it in with Mushroom yet. Yeah, New York opting to go for Spiral Cave first.
We're running out of locations here.
Yeah, progression's imminent.
Well, the other thing it could be is a cape or a blue sword.
We just got a big key to Desert Palace.
Okay.
So if we get a light source here, we've got a visit to Landless.
Yeah, and even if it's agony required, they would have to have the lamp before them.
We've got a 5 crystal over on Pod and a crystal over with Meyer.
NYRambler realizing with the only item you can use as the bunny is the mirror, has to do this the hard way. The cane is certainly required. So is the hammer and bow. Well, I guess the bow is never not required, technically.
But if Meyer and Turtle Rock are pendants, is Cane optional?
Oh, and the blue sword. This is in fact going to be an aggravating one. Oh no, maybe the lamp's on the ether tablet.
Oh yeah, New York didn't go up to check.
No, he couldn't.
But he has hammer. He could have checked.
Just the big key. He's only gonna be able to really open the big chest. Maybe he'll opt to rob the back key, but that's always dangerous. Okay, and Quake is required for Turtle Rock. Super Bunny's out of logic with Pearl. Super Bunny's never in the logic? Turtle Rock is Bombos, my mistake. I got a bad look at it.
Okay, and Big Key of Hera over there in Desert. So we're going back to the mountain.
I'm being told that Super Bunny isn't ever in the logic, so I'm trying to think of what the logic could have you be doing here.
Well, they picked up the Desert Palace Big Key from Spiral Cave, so that sent them to Desert to get to go up to Tower of Hera. So Hera could have Moon Pearl.
That would actually make sense.
Yeah, Hera could have Moon Pearl, which would then lead you to Master Sword, and then, but then at that point, the seeds opened.
Moldworm could have the lamp if the fire rod is findable first. Not Moldworm. Moldworm could have the lamp no matter what. That's I'm thinking Lambos. So that pretty much, unless there's another sword coming up here soon, that pretty much wipes out Aga. Well,
yeah,
that could absolutely be
true.
next chest. That's very true. Nothing going on the Ether tablet. And we're heading back into, well, not back into, he never went into Hera. The Hera Big Key, he can go do all of it.
And who42 is going to take that Desert Palace key that he got from breaking the logic there, and check out to see what's in.
It was a little dangerous. Lambo is required. You're gonna now have to find that key.
Oh, and the bow.
The bow?
Okay.
Nice early bow.
So bow is lamp locked.
The Moon Pearl, Vanilla Moon Pearl, is this even randomized?
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Interesting.
Oh, all right. Being pointed out that he got the key from the sewers. It's also not in logic. There's no lamp. So yes, so you're right. It would be technically lamp locked. This is a blind check of Moldorm. Rupees and a crystal.
Our first crystal at 35 minutes. Baker going into the back end, but he doesn't have any fire source, so he's gonna kind of come in here for nothing. Yeah, Baker's gonna hit that lamp room and just have to save and quit out of here.
Be very unhappy with himself.
Yeah. I believe Rambler is going over to just take a look at Turtle Rock via the portal and get into Hookshot Cave. Who42 taking the death by tile. Okay, getting a look at Hookshot Cave. We got 50 rupees. We have the mirror. Small key to Dark Palace. And last but not least, we have full heart container. So not a bad Hookshot Cave at all. Yeah, so with that mirror, NYRambler is going to take it over to Meyer, take a look at the Meyer shed and what medallions needed, and also grab that checkerboard cave.
Yep. That will definitely kill Agony 1.
Yeah, I think that one's dead and buried at this point. Sorry, guys.
And the shovel in the checkerboard cave, that will lead to another item.
Oh, and Tower of Hera was the other crystal, the other red crystal, so now we know the locations of both of those.
That actually isn't as helpful as we think it is, because you can't get... If it was a normal crystal, you could have asked the bomb guy for where the other red crystal was.
Yeah, it actually kind of makes things a little harder now, since they won't have that knowledge. They have to rely on the maps.
This bomb jump. This bomb jump isn't perfect, and this is bad. This is a fall.
What a terrible mini Moldorm.
In fact, oh no, okay, he had the right thing down. If those red blocks were up, I don't know if he could have gotten out of there.
Oh yeah, that's true. Could he have fired an arrow if he gets close enough? No, it would.
I don't think
it would stop at the.
No. An arrow will shoot over it. I just don't know if the crystal will be active.
Yeah, so Bombos the only required medallion, it being the medallion for Meyer as well.
Well, we need to find Bombos to progress. Well, not to progress, to finish the game. Baker doing it the hard way. Mind you, Rambler doing Tower of Hair and not DP makes sense. There is no fire sauce to finish DP. Cleared all the chests he could in Desert. But DP is still locked behind a fire source. And Baker taking a fall to Moldorm. Moldorm, a little tricky. He is pretty much completely random. I believe he has a script at the start, and that's it. Yes, everybody, you can choose your sprite. There is a number of sprites that are built into this wonderful randomizer program. And you can we're always looking for more. So in case you're just joining us, Keysanity is a special form of randomizer where not only are all the items randomized, but all the keys and all the chests of the dungeons are randomized as well. They're having a lot of trouble on the one. 2 hits and he's dead.
And his patience pays off. Finally gets Moldorm down. And he's going to pick up his first red crystal.
We're checking out Village Outcasts. Just not a lot going on right now, however.
And we're dipping into Thieves Town over on Rambler's screen. He's got the big key, so he can go complete. He can go kill blind. Doesn't have a small key, so he's going to be leaving behind one big chest in the basement in case unless he finds the small key in here.
So someone asked a good question. Is there a version where the key pots are randomized? Yes and no. There's a version of the thing called Randomizer that you can move around the key pot sprites, the keys under pots, but it has to be within the same room. Baker gonna go check out the chest from the front of Skullwoods.
And Rambler picked up a compass for Thieves Town in that last chest where the big key usually sits. So it didn't look like anything useful in the first 4 chests there. So maybe he'll get something out of it.
And we're heading up to the spot where he has to bomb for blind. Baker pulling off a good bomb jump.
And we got the Gannett Tower Big Key right there upstairs in Thieves Town. That's great.
Incredibly good.
Yeah, it's a very in the open kind of place that nobody will miss. So that's one stress for them to not have.
There are 2 single keys that are absolutely necessary, and we can only be in one spot each round. That is the Gannett Tower Big Key, and if Swamp Palace is necessary, the Swamp Palace Small Key. So the difference right now is that weird extra dip into Desert Palace, I would say, right?
I would think so, yeah. Also, who42 didn't check Hookshot Cave, so he is down a mirror, which will allow NYRambler to make some easy checks once he gets out of Thieves Town, from Purple Chest to Smithy and all that.
The cave only having 20 rupees. The bow was in desert. Really nice kill from Rambler. For blind. Pods, small key, it's always nice. And a crystal. Fortunately, was not able to full clear Thieves Town, was 1 key short of doing that.
Yeah, and Rambler going into the digging game, so let's see how many digs until he gets his item.
9 is the answer.
Oof.
Not a good item.
Well, thankfully it was only 9. Yeah, and with Mitt, Hammer, and Mirror, it's going to make for an easy routing of all these little small checks down in South Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, I think we're about to do the world tour as well.
Yep. Okay, so we got a Ice Palace crystal as well on that map check from Rambler. And taking a look at our tracker, shoutouts to Cyclone for doing a great job tracking this race. We have Eastern Palace also as a crystal, so we're just missing 1 crystal that we don't know. Also 2 pendants we don't know their about, so there's still an opportunity for these runners to be trolled a little bit.
We don't know whether it's swamp, desert, or ice.
Well, we know ice is a crystal, so Turtle Rock we don't
ice
know.
Is a crystal. So it's Turtle Rock. Rambler checking the bat. Rambler has not done. He's not gone to the dark room in Castle Escape quite yet. So he doesn't actually have the bow.
Yeah, that's going to be an annoying isolated chest that he's going to have to figure out how he wants to route that back in once he gets the
And
lamp.
it'll just lead to a different spot. That's not even like the item you want there. Baker having a little bit of trouble with these mantises. King's Tomb, King's Ledge is unchecked. King's Tomb can't be checked without the boots. And we're going to open up Gary's lunchbox. I'm finding a whole heck of a lot on the world tour so far.
Yeah, so far turning up nothing. We'll see what he gets out of the lunchbox here and what's in Hype Cave.
And Babos.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right, he has book too.
Oh, just 20 rupees in the lunchbox.
Getting paid out for all these gigs.
This link's minimum wage, it's 20 rupees. Except for the time he's been one. That's him just getting swindled. And Hambalos is the wrong medallion.
Oh, Ganon, what are you doing? It's the wrong one. That's not the one we need.
Oh, Rambler does have a bottle now, so he can go steal from the sick kid.
Okay, oh, that must have been in Shovel Spot, I would imagine.
Yep.
And Baker right behind Rambler, gonna do the similar checks down here.
Here comes the Cave of Mediocrity.
Oh boy, I'm so excited.
Cave of Nothing.
And for the work, sometimes you have to put in just to get in here with the bomb guys and those guards.
Oh, there's a capacity upgrade. So we're off to a good start. Oh, the lamp!
Hey!
Kid Joe Rock. So it's the lamp cave.
So he's
Big
got that
City
lamp.
Big City TV, obviously, some kind of witch who can see the future.
Someone
Calling the
find
lamp
out.
seconds before them. Yep.
Yeah, please burn that person for being
No,
such
it's
a
okay. This is
predictive
the
witch.
Nightmare Cup.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, and continue with all your nightmares.
Please continue your witchcraft.
I am very big fan of witchcraft. Being up in New England, we have a long history of witchcraftery.
Well, at least a long history of accused witchcraftery.
That and Cthulhu. Ooh, we got a big key over on
Oh,
Pyramid.
key. Oh,
I wonder if the
spots.
Rambler will work in Escape while he's here. We will someday know what it is.
Thieves Town did drop a crystal. So we are done with knowing where the dungeons are. Now we're gonna go check out. I gotta use items. I don't know if he got a key for Castle. Oh, did he get a key for Castle Tower or no?
No. He's gonna do this one chest here. Hopefully he checks Escape while he's here that he just got Lamp.
Yep.
Because he's gonna want that bow to get that crystal out of Eastern Palace.
And Pod.
Yeah, and yeah. Hey!
That's a nice chest.
That is a beautiful chest to get.
And in fact, Rambler is gonna go up that ramp.
Yeah, so that may be an advantage in Rambler's favor, picking up those silvers.
Largely following the same route, Rambler just about 5 to 10 minutes ahead. Maybe more like 5. Rambler taking a bad death somewhere would put Baker right back into this.
Yeah, we'll see how long it takes for Rambler to go back to Desert to check that right side.
I think pretty quick here. He just got the key for it. Nope.
Let's see what he does. He's got 4 pod keys, so I could see a temptation to go there, especially knowing it's a crystal.
Oy vey, he's not gonna have a bow, so that's gonna let Baker catch up a little bit.
Might check Catfish area. Looks like he's going up there.
Yeah, he's going to Catfish. Okay. I don't believe there has been a pedestal check.
Not yet. Pedestal is still out in the open. And taking a look at our pendant dungeons, could possibly have Bombos. Yeah.
Bombos. Baker gonna go finish off Eastern Palace right away. Still no mirror, because mirror is in the Hookshot Cave. I'm not expecting to check that soon. Fire! On the sick kid.
Didn't anyone ever teach sick kid not to play with matches?
Rambler is going to go finish off Landmo. Oh, he's gonna go get his bow first.
Good play.
There's a point. It's less like a match and more like a flamethrower.
Yeah, it's good. Good point. That's probably why the kid has a fever, because of the fire rod.
And that kid grew up to be?
Hmm.
Elon Musk.
Rambler picking up his bow. Awesome. It's gonna probably take a look at Landmo. Be disappointed to get a pendant out of there, but he's here, so gotta go for it. Also, Landmo could have a progression on him, so.
Well, Lambo definitely has definitely a pendant, but we don't know if the. It's not a bad play. I think you're right.
And we're gonna have a look on Armos here, see what Armos has anything. We've got key to Tower Power Basement. All right.
The nap room.
Get your coffee going.
Chat here is very lively and entertaining as always. We thank all of our viewers. Apparently, most of them from Canada tonight.
Big shout out to our Canadian viewers.
Yeah.
Go Bruins.
I'm a Rangers fan, so I'm just gonna say hockey's been canceled. Just traded the whole team away.
Rick Nash is a hell of a player.
Yeah, I would enjoy that fun. Just a piece of heart on the Lamela.
Alright, so Landmill is not required at all. Desert Palace was just needed to get the bow from the right side. So with that fire rod, he's got a couple options here. We'll see what he decides to do. I think based on his knowledge, he may shoot for Ice Palace, knowing that it is a crystal, but
yeah,
we'll see.
And it's a quick one to do.
I think he's thinking about it.
He's gonna go.
Take a look at the
Check
skull.
the pedestal.
Ooh, I hope so.
I think that's the smart thing to do now, because if you do, you can walk your way to that door in Skullwoods, mirror back and check the pedestal. The pedestal winds up being something important. You just walk in the Skullwoods and do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Skullwoods is a green pendant, so I mean, if you can, go for it.
Nope. I'm a little partial to fellow New Yorker NYRambler in this race, but it's always fun to call either of them, really.
Absolutely, two great runners. Who42 is going to give us some Ice Rod strats over on Landmo.
Ooh. Oh, don't. Alright, Rambler's gonna go do this blind, I guess.
Yeah, does he? Yeah, he knows it's a green pendant.
Oh, I guess with the green pendant, it's worth doing.
Yeah.
2 items.
He may check this first one to see if it gives him something to help him with. 20 rupees, I mean. You could throw it at Mafia.
Ooh, I'm just gonna be a little bit careful that the Wallmaster does not play around. Rambler gonna go finish off Mafia. Baker is gonna go do the Hawkshot Cave, I believe. No, he can't. Right. No, oh, he might open it up from Turtle Rock. Act the Bacher gifting a sub to Alchavez. Thank you very much, Act the Bacher. Enjoy the subscription, Alchavez.
And Rambler having to use a potion to get through Mothula and gets rewarded with a burrito.
Yeah, map the Swamp Palace. None of those are useful anymore. Baker about to get his.
Yeah,
Actually,
so two. Oh, Hookshot Cave was a was mirror.
Right, his mirror.
Yeah, so with both with 2 pendants, he's definitely checking pedestal. So, get your pedestal hype.
There's a mirror for Baker and our pedestal hype. Here it comes.
Oh.
Why not that bump?
Keep dreaming. Well, that's the tricky thing with Keysanity sometimes is if you overlook the pendant dungeons, you could get you could get behind if you think not to go in them. So those Swamp Palace is the last pendant. We'll see if either of them dare to dip in if things start to get a little dicey.
Well, Baker's going to take a break in the Tower Hair Break Room.
I'm gonna say this one is sponsored by Tim Hortons.
This one is sponsored by the USA Curling Team. USA Curling Team for when you need a gold medal in something.
We're number 1. And speaking of sliding around on ice, NYRambler going into Ice Palace.
So in case you're curious, if you stand on the Baker legitimately walk away. Hold on.
I think he did.
I think the Baker legitimately walked away.
It's time to do it.
All right then. Well, as you were saying, as you can see, if you stand right on one of those pressure plates, I don't know what they're called, the barriers or whatever, they will just keep you invincible until you walk off of it. Oh, you got like the Jeopardy music to play, or oh, here he goes.
Okay. Started to worry there for a sec.
Totally.
Oof. Well, I mean, at least he got the break in.
Remember lining up for the Ice Palace bomb jump. This is probably one of the first things you need to learn when speedrunning this game is this bomb jump, whether you're doing it Keysanity, doing it 80%, doing it 100%. This skips so much of this dungeon.
Yeah, absolutely. It's absolute must. Just it cleans up so much of this dungeon. but Rambler,
Rambler having trouble tonight.
yeah,
See, number
yeah,
one
he's just
reason
gonna go for it.
I won't use a custom sprite because I want those feet to be perfect.
You and me both, brother. I just can't match it up with any other sprite but Vanilla Link. Yeah, but thankfully he does have the hookshot and cane and hammer, so
And
he
big
can
key.
skip it, and the big key, of course. So he can
All
skip
of those
that.
skip that, yeah. Jadigal asks us a scenario where not bomb jumping is faster. Yeah, yes and no. If you have trouble doing it and you can't get it right away, probably. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it probably makes very little difference.
I think still bomb jumping is faster, just in how clean you can route it.
For me personally, it would screw me up not bomb jumping because I don't actually remember how to do this normally. And there's Bombos.
At long last.
Swiftly open up all of Meyer. Well, no, it won't. We need the big key for Meyer to really finish that one.
Yeah, we're still on the hunt for big keys to Pod, Meyer, Turtle Rock.
Yep. And
so I think we are looking at, so far, item go mode. He's got everything he needs. Just lacking some keys.
well, there's a small key to Turtle Rock, always useful. Rambler gonna walk around and go get the mid chest. I'm sure it's called something else, and I don't remember it right now. I would say Rambler has a lead at this point.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm taking a fall there on one of the ice skating rinks.
Yeah, Baker's going into Pod. He's going to check that out for, see if Hammer plus Bow gets him anywhere. He's got 3 keys, so he's got a good amount available to him. Nope, I guess not.
There's Fentalis. This is a broken copy of Link to the Past. The tablet had Ether on it instead of Bombos. This is in no way broken. This is randomized in case you're joining us. A couple more Torrock keys. You have 4 pod keys. You have enough small keys for pod, provided you can hammer jump. Big shout out to Cyclone for tracking. This is not easy to do. I certainly could not do it.
Yeah, a lot of things to keep track of, so big ups to him. We got Rambler refilling up his magic to throw some fire down on Cold Stare.
Yeah, I'm missing a lot of it though, so this is going to be a little rougher. But it seems like he has. When you have it down to 1, you kind of get it under control.
Yeah. Took a couple hits there. Trying to line up the sword swipes. And gets him. Full heart container, crystal, not bad. He gets his Bombos Tap medallion, so all in all, Ice Palace, solid move.
Is this even randomized? Heart container on the boss.
Ah, so on Pyramid, that was the big key to Swamp Palace, so we saw Rambler pick that up earlier, but we didn't quite see what it was.
I guess he's going to go check the graveyard ledge?
Baker's gonna go pick up his silvers.
Yep. I think I'm just going to check the graveyard ledge. I think that's what this is. Okay.
Yeah, I think he was trying to figure out which is the quicker way to get over to that side.
Oh, this is the fastest way to get up to that part.
Yeah.
That's certain.
Okay, so now Baker's dipping into pot.
Well, not necessarily a bad idea. Oh, just a paper plate for NYRambler on the graveyard ledge.
Well, someone get him up the plate. Who42baker is gonna need that fire rod from Sick Kid. He's gonna need to get the bottle from the dig spot, and he's gonna have to get that shovel from somewhere. Is that? I didn't see where Rambler got shovel actually.
Checkerboard cave, thank you very much.
Ah.
Chat.
Although it's possible that Baker finds a bottle somewhere else.
And we're also hitting up the pod, not with too much more material than Baker. Although with an entirety of Ice Palace behind him.
Yeah, equal set of keys. Baker's got 4 small keys, and so does Rambler.
I would say Baker's that one full dungeon behind at this point. This isn't going to make it up for him because Rambler's going into Dark Palace as well.
Mm-hmm. And he's going to check in on Sasha's green pendant, see if we get anything useful.
Let's see what Salad Shooter has. Boring old bombs.
Ooh. One of my favorite chests in the game, the vanilla big key of Palace of Darkness. Getting on who42baker, just a burrito today.
What are those?
Spoilers!
Well, the dream of Bonkless run is over now.
Now the dream of Bonk full run is on.
Well, still no bonks yet. Many people forget that there's a heart refill. Baker also forgetting that that is a you had the blue up there. Nope, still no bonk. There it is.
Yay! So Baker's gonna give us our first look into the back end of Pod.
You don't hammer jump right away, right? You go up and right first.
Yeah, you can exit through the harmless hellway and just come up the easier way.
Because maybe, just maybe, one of these is the big key.
Yeah, that's the dream.
Let's keep saying that until something happens. Well, there's a compass.
And we're gonna see a big key, right?
Oh, it's a big heart.
Big heart.
It's a sank heart.
Ooh.
He was half a heart down, said not when you wanted it. Nope, we had the boots. And that's the opens up Swamp Palace. That's not actually what you really want to see.
That opens up Swamp for us.
Yeah, but you're hoping that the Swamp Palace key was somewhere against Tower, so there would be no chance of anything important being there. Alright, we're going to try a hammer jump. This is a pixel perfect trick. And Baker using some pause buffering strats. One of the few moments that we use actual real speed tech in randomized.
Yeah, this is one of the absolute necessary things you need to learn to do no major glitches speedrun of Link to the Past, and it just so happens to help you out in Randomizer as well, especially Keysanity.
As you're learning, you don't hammer jump will save you about 30 seconds. Don't feel. I recommend everybody starting to learn MG or 100% or anything. And it's vanilla runs is don't feel intimidated by the tech right away. Just get a PB first.
Absolutely.
If you fail hammer jump the first time, don't just reset. Go get your PB.
Yeah, absolutely. It gives you a place to improve from, and you got to get those finishes in.
I am personally one of the very few people who like 100% more than any percent. Randomness and all. Unfortunately, no one else does, so it doesn't get raced. Baker heading straight into Swamp Palace.
Yeah.
Has to drain the swamp first, however.
Yeah, he is taking that bait straight on. He doesn't have very many places to check, so he does need to go into Ice Palace though, because that would open up Mire and Turtle Rock for him. But without that fire rod, he's definitely behind quite a bit. And it seems every minute he doesn't get a bottle to get to Sick Kid to get the fire rod, another minute that Rambler is ahead.
Yeah, and unless this happens to have multiple big keys, and Rambler just doesn't check for a while.
Yeah.
I think this lead's gonna start becoming insurmountable. Well, nope, that's another way to get a bottle, though.
Hey, that works.
Well, that makes things a little more interesting.
Yeah, it really does now. Imagine New York. Rambler is going to bounce out of pod once he finishes up his chest checks here and start looking into Misery Mire or Turtle Rock.
I think he might head into Swamp.
You
Oh no,
think so?
he's got the Bombo,
Yeah.
so why would he? Okay.
Yeah, he's got Bombo, so he can go in there. The thing about Keysanity, definitely don't fear the double dip, so we'll see what where his thinking takes him.
Definitely the Swamp. The Swamp is suddenly an incredibly useful dungeon in Keysanity, because what used to have 2 items now has, what, 9?
Mm-hmm.
Risk Gaming asks, what does 1 and 3 mean? This tournament is a Swiss format. Both of these runners have won 1 game and lost 3. This is the final round of the Swiss. This is mostly for fun and the Nightmare Cup, of course. In this particular Swiss, you cannot make it to the bracket finals, which I believe is top 8. Without being 5-0 makes you certain. 4-1 puts you into a very large tiebreaker.
And who42baker flooded that key. That's
Yeah, he's gonna have to walk off of the screen and then re-drain the swamp.
yeah, I think he thought about it for a second looking at that map if he wanted to just move on from Swamp, but fortunately not. That's an important thing. It is possible to flood that key on the left side of Swamp if you do not collect it before you hit that switch. So it's a mistake. It happens to everyone. It's happened to me for sure. It's such a bummer.
Rambler still has a pretty good lead here.
Yeah.
In spite of the fact that Baker can now go and get his fire rod and everything else, he still has to go do Ice Palace. Well, may have made a small error in our tracking. We just got the Turtle Rock map, so I don't think we would have known what the Turtle Rock is. So we'll find out as soon as we get a map.
Oh yeah.
I'm having trouble with the bomb yump. Hammer yump, I should say.
And I just checked over on who42baker's stream. He does have Swamp listed as a pendant and the rest as crystal. So I believe we are correct as far as what we have listed on our tracker. I mean, provided his is correct as well, but he's definitely paying a lot more attention to that specific thing for him.
What Baker wants to see here in a big way is a big key in one of these chests in Swamp. Preferably one of these side ones, so this whole thing wasn't a waste.
Yeah, I think he wants to see the Meyer big key. I would imagine that would be an easy full clear for him to do. Turtle Rock would still require a lot of keys, and Pod would be the other one he'd probably want to see.
Golden7 asks, what exactly is Hammer Jump? Well, it is a form of bomb jump that you have to get on a very specific pixel on this collapsing bridge, where it will kind of boost you, clip you over that railing, and will let you into the dark maze room. Without having to burn a key there, which is incredibly important in Keysanity. Like, this is almost necessary for Keysanity. This is, for randomized, not as much. Half magic is always nice.
Yeah, it's a very precise move, so that's why you're seeing Rambler do a lot of pause buffering to make sure that he's placing the bomb on the correct pixel and then adjusting Link to be on the correct pixel.
Yes, the visual cue there for me is I try to put the bomb right square on that intersection between those tiles and the pattern on the floor. And then to know that I'm in the right position with the bomb is I do a pause buffer. Rambler's just giving up on it. I do a pause buffer to see that the only the entire shadow of the bomb shows below the menu. That can let you know that you're in the right position. At that point, you can just put your sword over the wick of the bomb and you're on. Takes quite a lot of doing. There is a trainer ROM out there that will take you to a preset right before there, and you can just practice.
Yeah, there's a lot of great tutorials on YouTube and a lot of great picture tutorials as well floating around that you can find that are very helpful. I personally use a Blunt Bunny's technique with the pixels on the tiles.
Yep, I use the shadow and the bomb sprite itself.
There you go. You gotta find what works for you and go for it. Getting who42 in the back of Swamp, picking up the Dark Palace key. Okay.
Well, that's because he did do the hammer jump. That is actually a useless key at this point for him. Where you're not yet done with Swamp. Whoa! There it is. All right, Baker's back into this race.
The M&M key.
That's Baker's 5th pod key, so no, the key isn't useful.
Remember, we're taking those boots to check a couple of the boot locks locations. Got a key here to Ganon's Tower over in the King's Tomb.
Not a useful key, unfortunately.
Not at all.
So they're pretty even. Rambler now has to clear almost all the Swamp. So,
yeah, it's a mandatory dip to get in there.
It's pretty far in.
It is. Really depends also on how long it takes for who42 to take that Bottle 2 Sick Kid.
I think it's gonna. I imagine it's gonna happen almost right after this. Thank you very much, Otter Pops MD, for subscribing with his Twitch Prime subscription.
Oh, we got a doctor. Ooh, Cane of Brian.
Brian's cave.
Yes, yes, yes.
I appreciate that. Oh, and we got a fun hook dash. If you use the hook shot and the boots on the same frame while you're climbing a manual staircase, it will store up that speed for you and you will shoot out like a bat out of hell. Big City TV mentions every time I hear King of Brian, I think Quest 64. No one should ever think of Quest 64.
I give a big shout out to Quest64, celebrating its 20th birthday on June 1st in North America.
Big shout out to Google for the information.
Hey. And Rambler's taking his coffee break over in the basement of Hera right now.
This break brought to you by U.S. Women's Ice Hockey for when you need a gold medal.
USA #1. Yeah, so who42 doing the couple of the overworld checks there in Dark World. Gonna take a look into Graveyard Ledge, which I believe was just the shield.
I think Baker's gonna blind pull.
Oh boy.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh no.
Well, not even bothering to pick up the paper plate.
Yeah, you think if he gets that fire out, he's gonna go right up?
Clarification for a logic. Blastic said Mr. Logically behind the key in King's 2 and the Hyrule Castle key. Logic does expect you to open that graveyard and go through the back. So the Hyrule Castle big small key is totally useless in terms of logic. Rambler now heading into Swamp Palace, and every second Baker doesn't check the bottle. Rambler's lead builds.
Is he checking Spike Cave?
That is exactly what he's doing. Half magic and Cane of Brian. That would inform me to do that too.
Yeah, with the bottle. Or bottles is with Cape.
Fairy. Just a piece of heart. Is Baker from New England?
I don't know actually.
Because his text says NE versus NY. It's either New England or Nebraska.
Yeah, it's one or the other. I mean, there's a big cross-country rivalry there, New York and Nebraska. Yeah, and Baker's definitely looking at his items and options, very, very unsure of where to go. Send him your energy. He needs to go see that sick kid.
I don't think his map tracker is up on his stream. Could he have perhaps clicked it off? It's something I've done.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about Ice Palace, but it doesn't have that fire.
There's no way in. Go to 3. No! No. Well,
yeah, this does take him to... Well, yeah, let's see. Is he going for a checkerboard cave to get that shovel?
You could no, I guess so.
Yeah.
But again, that's just gonna lead to a bottle, and I don't think I think he may have clicked off the sick kid.
Well, Well, hopefully it follows that thread, the shovel to bottle, and then it jogs his memory.
Got no map tracker, so
Yeah, he's gonna take that shovel to the dig spot. Okay, so
well, not on stream. His map tracker is not on stream, so I can't tell you if he's aware that he can go get that sick kid.
yeah, he's so close when he picks up this bottle.
Another bottle for Baker. Going. He's going.
All right. Yeah.
It's not in there. He's gonna blow up the sick kid's house.
Oh yeah.
At long last! Alright, so that reduces Rambler's lead to half a dungeon at least. He should be hitting the Ice Palace now.
Mm-hmm.
And so he is.
He's still on the hunt for that Turtle Rock big key, so I can't expect him to just go straight for Cold Stare here.
No, I don't think so either.
So he's still got to spend the time going through Ice Palace, which is a tedious, long dungeon to work.
Also, the Bombos is not in that early chest, I don't believe. I think it was in the spike room.
Yeah.
Baker does in fact have Ether. And the shovel.
Now Rambler did struggle a bit with the bomb jump in Ice Palace, so we'll see if Baker can make up some time there if he gets it clean the first try.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's going to help that much.
Yeah,
I mean, it'll save time by not spending time failing at the bomb jump, but...
Yeah, just trying to think of ways he can... if there's any time to be saved for him.
Oh, God. Man, for whatever reason, that is a room that gives me so many fits.
Oh, the spike room?
No, the two armors stuff room. It's an easy room too. It's just I don't know what it is. I have like a mental fart every time I get in there and I forget to light the bomb or something.
Yeah, so Baker nailing that Ice Palace bomb jump on the first shot, and Rambler takes down Argus at that same time. So he's expect Rambler to go to fire. Yeah.
In case you missed it, on the pedestal is boring old couch cash is what I meant to say. Remind me, can you do Turtle Rock with 3 keys?
Yes, if you steal a key from the Poke Room.
Okay.
If you skip the vanilla big key in Turtle Rock in that little like floating island, you can get all the way to Trinex with 3 keys.
There is Bombos for Baker. You will being in Go mode and Keysanity on Turtle Rock, you fly through that dungeon.
Oh, it's beautiful, yeah.
Skip almost everything. The slow part is that middle conveyor belt room.
Okay, so Rambler giving us first looks inside of Meyer. Just a small key there.
Ooh, Baker is going to take a really good gamble here. Oh, no, he's not.
That's the problem with I guess not problem, but that's just what you have to do when you do the Ice Bounce Bomb jump and you want to get to the Ice Tea Room.
Yeah.
I mean, although he could have gone around.
Well, you can just walk down, get the chest, and walk back up. That's
Yeah.
big deal. Nice thing about having the key early.
Meanwhile, just a piece of heart in chest 2 of Meyer.
Yeah, every Palace of Darkness key has been found, except for the big key. You very much still need. He's gonna fall into a fairy pot.
Yeah, just a couple of little extra protection in there.
All right. And neither of them have the Palace of Darkness big key either, so we're still waiting on that one, are we not?
Yep, we are still waiting on that in the Turtle Rock big key. So, Rambler still has. Okay, we got a small key to Turtle Rock.
That'll do it for Turtle Rock keys at least.
So we've got 4 more locations in Meyer, 3 chests, and then Vitreous himself.
In case you're joining us yet, Baker is assuredly behind at this point. He's gonna go straight to Meyer after this.
Yeah, and Baker hasn't done Skull Woods, so if that's in the back of his mind, hopefully he doesn't go back there to check.
Not a key I ever really like to see to
Yeah.
get the Thieves Town small key. That means you might have to go get that. Okay. Oh,
Right.
there should be a key in the pot. There we go. Now we're gonna go take care of Vitreous, rather trivial, with the silver arrows.
Yeah, so who42baker going straight for Meyer.
Yeah,
so
he's basically the top of the dungeon behind at this point.
And we don't, seeing our items and knowing what they've checked, we don't have any necessarily out of the, I mean, we've got Thieves Town big chest as a possible troll location for one of those big chests, but we do still have all those chests in Turtle Rock and Vitreous coming up in just a minute.
This is where you very badly want this to be a big key.
Mm-hmm.
Really any big key at this point.
Yeah, we've got them all except for 2.
It's a bottle.
We've got all 4 bottles.
Well, time to go into the Thieves Town chest.
Yeah, do you take this? Do you take a minute or 2 to go to check that, or do you go straight for Turtle Rock?
You take a minute or 2 to check that. If you walk up
Yeah.
the Turtle Rock and there's nothing doing there, boy, you just lose an awful lot of time.
Yeah, you don't want to have to go all the way back down.
You really don't want to do Turtle Rock until last if you can avoid it.
Yeah, we still have Pod 2 on the table, so Helmasaur, I mean, God, can you imagine if Helmasaur has the Turtle Rock Big Key?
And also, if you can go into Turtle Rock knowing you're in go mode, as opposed to having to check all the chests for the key that may or may not be there, you can shave something in the magnitude of 10 minutes off that dungeon.
Mm-hmm. We do have Mimic Cave along the way, too.
Dude, Mimic Cave all the way. It's a lot of chests, and you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone in the chat's pointing out that the math is in favor of going to Turtle Rock, but this isn't a particularly long check. This maybe takes you 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, mathematically, yes, but I mean, there's the feeling and the chance that if you skip on this, that's a swing right there.
If Rambler's wrong, and it's in Turtle Rock, that's a place Baker can make up time.
Yeah, provided Baker doesn't take the bait into Thieves Town. If he just goes ahead and follows him, then it just kind of nullifies.
Ah, that new bit of routing.
A big fan of that. All
I
right.
am too, but I gotta force myself to remember that.
Okay, here we go. Thieves Town basement.
Nothing.
Oh, okay. So we have a date with Turtle Rock.
We have a date with Turtle Rock. Rambler has a date with buying potions first. Oh, Baker almost pulling that off. That's not much faster, but it sure looks cool. Shoku asked what was Lumberjack. Lumberjack was a heart. I got an evil sequence for you.
Okay, hit me.
Last chest you can open in Thieves Town or Mimic Cave has the Aghanim Tower key.
Oh my god! I
hides the
need.
Turtle Rock big key.
Oh no! I didn't even consider that.
Rambler checking Spike Cave. I would too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if Baker takes the bait. Ooh, he might be going straight to the mountain. He is.
Okay, that's good. He's already checked Spike Cave, so he's going straight for Turtle Rock.
He is. We are in a tie.
Yeah, we've evened out at this point.
We're in a tie. Wow.
Oh, this is gonna get good.
Baker knows this is a gamble too, but he probably feels like he's behind, and if it's in the Turtle Rock bait, then well, he loses.
Yeah, I think at this point you start getting closer to the 2-hour mark, and you kind of get a feel for how the seed's been treating you. But you're at this point. I mean, I know for me personally, I just start expecting it. That's incredible.
Wow. Rambler has 3 Turtle Rock keys. He might have 4.
Yeah, we'll get verification when they enter exactly. But look at that sync. Someone call the police. We got synchronicity. Yep, we got 4 and 4.
This suddenly got incredibly exciting. Bunch of rupees, quarter rupees actually. Check out the fire rod room. In case you're joining us, Rambler checked the Thieves Town chest and Spike Cave. Baker already had checked Spike Cave and did not check Thieves Town chest. Thieves Town chest turned out to be nothing.
Oh, we are going back and forth just between the two of these. It's coming. Oh, Rambler gets locked out at the door. So we have execution battle happening right now. Cape in that chest.
Cape makes life very easy for Gannon at least. Baker takes the lead. Need this key. Use the fire rod, Baker.
Yeah, both runners still on Master Sword.
You're overthinking this. He's so afraid of spending menu time.
He's got half magic. That's a great time to use it. Oh.
The key to Turtle Rock.
Okay.
That means when you get no text up there, it is the key to the dungeon you are sitting in. So he will be clearing Turtle Rock. Still needs a big key to Palace of Darkness. That is our go mode item at this point, is the big key, the Palace of Darkness. And by God, it's probably going to be in here. Getting a safety fairy. Rambler having some trouble with the chain chomps.
Ooh.
Probably the most deadly enemies in this whole game. Outside of maybe Gen.
Absolutely. I'm getting a check here on Vanilla Big Key Chest.
Red Sword.
Tempered.
Ooh boy, okay, so if Rambler skips this, that's going to make this another interesting thing. I don't think he will.
No,
it's
yeah, it's one item. There's one key that they need, and they're in a straight go mode.
Have you ever seen it run this close before?
I don't think I've seen something come down so close, especially given where they were just a half hour ago. Not that long ago, we were talking about
with
yeah,
with these seeds where I literally called in the open mode tournament a tie. So I've seen a closer one, yes. Alright, he gets a tempered sword. Rambler.
Think you're doing a mimic cave?
Yeah, of course.
And fun trick there in the mimic cave, if you just grab onto the rail and don't hold the directional, you can control where the mimics go.
Just a little tip for Link there.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Okay. So you finish this dungeon, run back down to pod.
Yeah, 2 hours and 2 minutes. Who42baker is in full on go mode, item and key go mode. We have nothing else for them to check. He's got tempered, he's got cylinders, we've got Gannis Tower big key. We are done here. And we get to skip laser bridge, so that's the biggest sigh of relief.
And Rambler is about to be in go mode as well.
Yeah, so we've got an under a minute difference between the two runners.
If this were a Light World dungeon, not pod, because I don't think you can do it with pod, I would consider leaving out of that escape hatch and leaving the
leave that warp.
Leave the warp there and go do the Light World dungeon and come back. I don't think you can pull it off somehow. I think if you save and quit, you lose the warp.
Yeah, I think as soon as you go into Dark World, you would lose the warp.
Yeah. Well, he successfully remembers to change his item before the explosion starts. For whatever reason, you cannot do that.
So that's a 2-cycle Trinex.
This is so close though that it's going to come down to execution.
Mm-hmm. This is absolutely down. Yeah, we've thrown luck out now. It's all straight execution from this point forward.
Fall on Ganon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
bad time of the gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
Fall on Molorn 2.
Rambler not switching to ice and taking a death.
He has a fairy. He has a fairy.
No.
It's not the end of the world, but it's not good.
Yeah, that only increases the lead for Baker.
Not a huge loss of a safety ferry. There's so many places to get a safety ferry in Ganon's Tower.
Okay, so just a little bit over a minute difference.
Fall the Modorm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of variables.
Fall the Ganon.
Yeah, a lot of things that could go wrong. This is incredibly close. Oh.
Bad Aga 2. You name it.
Just the Helmosaur hallway right before Aga 2.
I don't know if you lose a minute to the Hellisaur hallway, but we combine a couple other things.
Definitely get tripped up in there, but yeah. Hover strats.
One person successfully getting a double-double on Ganon. Okay, so people are asking when we talk about the logic, every seed is completable. Without glitches, without dark rooms. So you're never going to find things like hammer in Turtle Rock, because you can't get the Turtle Rock. Yeah, if you're getting new into this, don't start with Keysanity. Start with Standard. You can see, I wouldn't shy away from starting with Open if you want to play around with swordless stuff.
Yeah, I think it depends on your familiarity with Link to the Past, just straight up.
Play a bunch of Open and Standard before you pick Keysanity. Keysanity is a different animal.
Mm-hmm.
You really want to know where you're going, otherwise you're going to have a very long time playing this. The only difference between Standard and Open, in case you're curious, is that Standard has the normal Hyrule Castle escape start, and it's guaranteed to give you a sword in the beginning. Open just starts you with, hey, where do you want to start, at your house or in the sanctuary? And you will not have a sword right away.
And who42baker picking up that last crystal at 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 39 seconds. So we'll see how far behind Rambler is when he gets his last crystal there, just to get an idea of the time difference.
And if you are just starting out trying this, my number one recommendation to everybody is get a tracker.
Oh yeah, there's tons of great trackers out there.
Emo Tracker is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So is Cross Products Tracker. Rambler getting Helmosaur. $209.47.
Okay. Yeah, so about a minute and 10-second difference there. That's easily made up, depending on how Gan's Tower goes for both of them.
Don't start with entrance. Randomizer, maybe. That's the thing I don't even want to try.
Yeah, I didn't even dip my toe into that at all. I just want to take this opportunity to give another big shout out to Cyclone for doing the tracking for this whole race. And both our runners here putting on an amazing show. This is not over yet.
A big shout out to the team at Speed Gaming, including Feasel, who helps run most of our streams, the admins of this tournament, Willow J. Bradley, Sakura Subasa, Adirondack Rick, Clifford, JC, Keku, I'm sure I'm missing more. Making all of this possible.
Absolutely.
So as we enter Ganon's Tower, typically this is where I would ask for number 122 to get the big key, but we got it. So since this match is for Pride, I believe in the event of a tie, it will remain a tie. It's recorded as such.
Oh, could you imagine?
Dark with a bunch of numbers behind it. I'm sure entrance is fun. I just haven't gotten around to like looking into it. I do want to try it.
Yeah, I would say, yeah. I mean, go for it if it's your thing. Give it a shot. But yeah, for new people, I would definitely say if you're interested at all in what you see, get into the community and get involved. It's a great, wonderful, helpful environment, and there's tons of people on the Discord just willing to help you out and get you on your feet. So
Yep.
don't be afraid.
Look up the ALTTPR, ALTTP randomizer, should say Discord. That's where you'll get a lot of resources. Also, subscribe to the Speed Gaming channels or help out whatever way you can. We believe we have an Amazon referral link, which helps out. We'll be taking cheers with bits, subscriptions. Yeah, this timing is trickier than it looks. When you get very good at this, you can get these guys in 3 hits, but it takes some time.
And there's some heavy lag that can kick in in this room.
Yeah, if you don't hit it right. Just a little early, but they are friendly this time.
It's just a note there. 2 hours 13 minutes and 33 seconds is when that door opened to signal the end of Landmills 2.
2 minutes 13 seconds would be a very impressive run.
Nope, oh, man. That's like Triforce in early room.
That's someone found a Triforce room warp.
So Rambler stopping to pick up that fairy does alter the timing of when Landmills pops out just slightly. And he gets a first cycle. That's a great way for him to save some time.
2 hours, 14 minutes, and 23 seconds.
Alright, so he's back under a minute. Yeah, this Ganon's Tower is just straight execution all the way up. Every little thing starts to add up. You know, a couple of rooms, there was some struggle on both ends, so
there's never any really very little randomization. Sometimes those dudes with the forks can screw you up. That's about it.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those things you can just kind of drill in practice and work on just your execution going up Ganon's Tower.
Here's Maldorm.
There's
a downside to having full health here, is that a sword swipe might result in a fire sword hit, but no problem here.
Oh, Rambler falling in the torch room. He's losing time there.
Skipping validation chest in Keysanity, I would too, because if it opens key, you're talking about an extra 3 seconds for no reason. Not a lot, but it's semi-punitive in Keysanity. In normal mode, you're talking a second.
Yeah, you just never know where your opponent is.
2. Ooh, nice setup.
Oh, that's
Wow,
beautiful.
what a gift. Just hit 1 here. Oh. Still just gotta get 1 here.
Just 1.
There we go.
There it is. 2, 3, 0, 1 there. And again, Rambler not that far behind. Just finishing with Moldorm 2 here. 216.23 on who42baker, leaving the leaving the tower.
With the bird picking him up. Bird landing is 216.37. You want a very
Cool.
precise point. Getting a cheese fact from Gannon, just for fun.
I think Rambler got a double there on his first one as well.
Double, triple here. This is hard not to get a triple on.
Mm-hmm.
Just need to get a single here and make a little bit of time.
Which looks like he missed. Or he didn't get a double. The first one didn't count. Yeah. Oh.
That's gonna do it.
Yeah, you get some faulty RNG on there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on in Aghanim's fight when you hit him, but he bounces up against the wall. Doesn't count all the time.
Yeah.
And 42baker just halfway through third phase here.
Gannon will teleport the same amount of times for Rambler as well. Oh, it's an equally hit. No double. Gotta be careful here. He knows it.
Yeah, he's going for the double here. Possibly a triple.
He needs more room for the triple. This is gonna do it.
And...
Oh, he puts the shovel on for the swag.
The swag shovel. And that's gonna do it for who42baker, picking up the win here. A official SRL time of 2 hours, 18 minutes, and 31 seconds. GG.
Spam those emotes of wild chat. Any idea what wild chat is?
Let's see if we can get him in here for an interview. Just as Rambler is going into his third phase there, they're halfway.
Baker wins. Baker comes from way behind to win this one.
Yeah, that's a wild race.
What a race. The number gets a double, and he finishes off Gannon as well.
And Rambler finishing up official SRL time of 2 hours, 19 minutes, and 40 seconds. GG. So that ended up being a 1 minute and 9 second difference in the end. And we got Rambler here joining us. Rambler, GG.
Hey, GG guys.
That was an incredibly close race.
Yeah, I actually minimized the SRL channel as soon as I found that pod big key, and I was just like, I don't want to look at it. I know it's going to be close. I know the combination, I think, of failed hammer yump and my swamp gamble kind of bounce each other out, I think. Maybe.
Well, let's see if we can get Baker in here too.
Yeah, that was just... And we got Baker in here joining us. GG, Baker.
Thanks.
GG, Baker.
Yeah. GG to you, Rambler. That was fun.
So, do you want to both know what the difference was?
Sure.
Baker was about half a dungeon behind. What happened was Rambler went into Thieves Town to check the big chest, and Baker didn't. That made it a tie.
I was really worried about that chest.
Yeah,
and I thought T-Rock was going to be such a much better idea for me. I'm thinking, I don't want to go into Thieves Town. I don't want to go back into Thieves Town. It's like,
I was thinking the other way. I was just like, I don't want to go into Turtle Rock and have to come, like, I don't want to go into Turtle Rock, find the pod big key, finish pod, not find a Turtle Rock big key, and have it be in Thieves Town. So that's why I wanted to just get Thieves Town out of the way, clear my mind, then I knew everything had to be in pod. I mean, not pod, in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I didn't want pod to have anything in it, because it's messed me up before, where I go everywhere else, and when I have the big key of pod, and then it's the pod big chest, and I didn't want to have to go through pod again.
Yeah, that was actually, yeah, Rambler, you had a big lead on Baker for quite a decent chunk of that race, and then it sort of came back closer once Baker picked up the fire rod from Sick Kid there.
Oh yeah, I put that off for a little longer than I probably should have.
Same. That was a stupid location for that.
Because the first bottle was like in a weird spot too, I believe.
Yeah, it was
first chest in swamp.
Well, actually,
that was mine.
That was my first one.
Spot.
Oh, no, dig spot. That's right. I did the entire world tour, and I found the bottle. I was like, oh, I can do Sick Kid now. But I got sidetracked after I think finding the bow and just like doing everything else, and just like I put it off for another 20 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't do shovel till late because I totally forgot about Checkerboard Cave and forgot that I had gotten a bottle in Swamp Palace. So I went and checked that, and I dug up a bottle, and I thought I never checked Sick Kid, and I was very worried that it was something important. And it was the fire rod, and I felt very behind.
I don't know. I felt ahead when I completed Hera. When I wound up going to Hera after Logic Breaking for that Master Sword.
I got Master Sword really early. I did Super Bunny.
Yeah, that was a Logic Break. So
yeah.
And then when I found the Moon Pearl and Pendant Hera, and
yeah,
I also went back to Hera before doing a few other things.
Yeah.
I literally full cleared the. I'm gonna have like a 180 number or 170 number next to this 216.
What did I not do? I think the only thing I didn't do was Skullwoods.
Skullwood had nothing. I don't think.
Yeah, I think I did the front. I didn't, because Fire Rod was late, so I didn't get I didn't do Mothula.
Yeah, I finished it right after the course. I knew there was 3 items back there, including the green pendant, and I wanted to check pedestal, make sure that the no big keys were on it. Bombos was actually my item go mode.
Okay.
When I found it in Ice Palace. So if this wasn't Keysanity, I was in go mode like an hour and 10 in, and this would be like a fantastic seat. But because it's Keysanity, I had to dig out 3 big keys for no reason.
Yeah, I think it was the same for me. It was I was getting so close to item go mode, and it was an hour in, and I'm just like, oh my god, am I really getting this good at this game? And it's like I'm missing way too many keys. This is not good.
Yeah, I think once I found Bombos, I was like, all right, now all I need is 3 more Turtle Rock small keys, and then I was like, all right.
Yeah, the Turtle Rock small keys were late, I think.
Yeah, they were all late.
And they were all in Mire, I think.
2 of them were in Mire, I believe.
2 of them were in Mire, okay.
And I think both these 5th and 6th, well, for me, 5th and 6th, the pod small keys were in Swamp. So logically, I think the seed wanted you to triple dip pod.
Yeah, I've stopped paying attention to the logic of these seeds.
Yeah.
It confuses me.
Keysanity logic is a
Way
little
too
rough
easy.
to follow.
I don't like following Keysanity logic too much, especially for podders. I mean, I'm gonna say I lost this race because I failed to hammer me up. It took me about a minute and a half to do it, and then I was like, all right, screw it. Grabbed the 2 items, left, found the 2. Once I found the 2 small keys, I was breathing a sigh of relief, obviously.
Yeah. I was hoping I wouldn't find the 2 small keys, because the hammer jump, I got it first try.
Yeah,
and I really didn't want to find them.
The funny thing is, I practiced with it with Link, and I was like, all right, I got this. And then I play Randomizer as well, and it's like, oh, I thought I had it lined up right, and I think I thought I got it the second time, and it didn't go over. Like, all right, whatever. Thankfully, I'm going to be not doing Keysanity much, so I don't have to do that hammer jump anymore. I don't play an MG, yeah, so it's all good.
But yeah, this was your last match tonight, guys. You guys have fun?
Yeah.
Thankfully.
I thought it was fun until there was no dot done, and I'm thinking, I feel really behind, but he hasn't finished yet, and I was just really worried that something happened. Just like, oh my god, what's going on?
No, we just had similar passes that I checked more stuff, I think. That was the difference.
All right. So, tomorrow we have a crazy, crazy day. There are 16 matches scheduled. Many of them will not be restreamed. However, these certainly will be. At 1 p.m., Gamer Cal versus Azazas on Speed Gaming 4. In a quad race with Recitador and Dr. Bobtastic. Gamer Cal and Azazas 3-1. Winner goes on to the tiebreaker. Same for 3 p.m. Ozzy Pone versus Shady Force. And Nif Boy and our very own Willard J. Bradley on Speed Gaming 1 at 6 p.m. At 8 o'clock, we have D2 Kemps versus TS214 on Speed Gaming 3 in a quad race with Walking Eye and Centroid 41. But at 9 p.m., and I'm going to hype this up as much as possible, do not miss this. Andy in the name of DT in a rather unique race for the Switch. It is a 3-1 versus a 4-0. Andy is 4-0. If Andy wins, he's into the top 8 bracket. If DT wins, it opens up a second tiebreaker spot for that 4-1 tiebreaker. That is going to be commentated by Willard J. Bradley and Patty. If you've never heard of Patty, Patty will commentate. Don't miss it. It is a treat.
Yeah, that match I'm definitely looking forward to watching. Even though I probably won't be able to watch it live, I'm definitely going to catch the VOD even afterwards.
Other than that, I think that's going to do it for Speed Gaming tonight. Well, not for Speed Gaming, for the tournament. Thank you very much again to our tracker, Cyclone, the staff at Speed Gaming, including Feasel, for helping us restream our excellent runners, NYRambler and Tim Lobo. And, of course, my co-commentator.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Hey, wait a minute.
Well, Tim Lobo didn't run it all.
That was who42baker taking off his costume, and it was me all along.
Surprise. NYRambler and who42baker are our runners, of course. And of course, coming in, he came in at the last possible second too. Tim Lobo to keep you to keep everybody from being subjected to me solo commentating. Doing an excellent job. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ridley. It was a pleasure doing commentary with you. I was looking forward to hopefully commentating with you with this tourney, so I'm glad I got to do that.
Absolutely. All right. Come on back tomorrow. We got a lot more for you. Good night, everybody.